ओम धम धन्वंतरे नमः। कर्पूरगौरम करुणावतारम संसारसारम भुजगेन्द्रहारम सदा वसंतम हृदयारविंदे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि. Let me share. Today's topic is Pemphigus. Pemphigus is a skin disorder which is characterized by the inflammation of the skin. The antibodies, they will act upon the proteins present in the layers of the skin and cause inflammation. There will be accumulation of fluid and some inflammatory signs in the skin. So in Ayurveda, uh, we can we can treat pemphigus, but not always successfully. Means it is very difficult to cure. So here you see histology. Under the epidermis, there is accumulation of fluid and inflammatory signs. Pemphigus is a disease that causes blistering of the skin and the inside of the mouth, nose, throat, eyes, and genitals. The disease is rare in the United States. Pemphigus is an autoimmune disease in which the immune system mistakenly attacks the cells in the top layer of the skin, that is epidermis, and the mucous membrane. People with the disease produce antibodies against desmogleins, proteins that bind skin cells to one another. When these bonds are disrupted, skin becomes fragile and fluid can collect between its layers, forming blisters. There are two major forms of pemphigus, and they are categorized based on the layer of skin where the blisters form and where the blisters are found on the body. The type of antibody that attacks the skin cells also helps define the type of pemphigus. Pemphigus vulgaris is the most common type in the United States. Blisters form in the mouth and other mucosal surfaces, as well as on the skin. They develop within a deep layer of the epidermis and are often painful. There is a subtype of the disease called Pemphigus vegetans, in which blisters form mainly in the groin and under the arms. Pemphigus foliaceus is less common and only affects the skin. Symptoms of pemphigus. The main symptom of pemphigus is blistering of the skin and in some cases the mucosal surfaces, such as the inside of the mouth, nose, throat, eyes, and genitals. The blisters are fragile and tend to burst causing crusty sores. Blisters on skin may join together, forming raw-looking areas that are prone to infection and that ooze large amounts of fluid. So you can see the cases of pemphigus. In the skin and below the epidermis, there will be accumulation of fluid, formation of blisters. So here you can see the blisters in the extremity. So they are due to accumulation of fluid below the epidermis. Between the layers of the cells, skin cells, there will be the antibodies will react with the protein of the skin cells and produce inflammation, and there will be oozing and blisters are formed. So when blisters are burst open, they will become sores. This is another case of pemphigus. You can see the blisters. So here you see the blisters are formed. The mucous membrane of the mouth, when the lips are kept open, you can see the buccal mucosa. There are blisters. There is nothing but pemphigus. So in the left side, you can see the histology of the pemphigus. You can see below the epidermis there is accumulation of fluid and formation of blisters. In the case of pemphigus, you can see the blisters are formed in the skin. Actually, these are due to the accumulation of fluid beneath within the layers of the skin, especially under the epidermis. This is another fresh case where you can see inflammatory reactions in the skin because of the antibody reaction, and there is formation of blisters. You can see the histology. So there is the antibodies are acted upon the layers of the skin cells, forms the reaction, inflammatory reaction. So also you can see below the epidermis, you can see the accumulation, inflammatory reaction. Another histology where you can see the changes in the skin. This you see under the epidermis, there is a collection of fluid. That is the blisters. Blisters unite, form a big blister and often rupture, and there is a big sore in case of pemphigus. You can see this patient, the buccal mucosa, there is ulcer and blisters. They are nothing but due to pemphigus. The other case of pemphigus, where in the extremity you can see the inflammatory reaction in the skin. This is the histology of the pemphigus. You can see accumulation of fluid beneath the epidermis. They are forming blisters, inflammatory reactions. This is the case of pemphigus. So in the abdomen, you can see erythematous lesions and with blisters. Case of pemphigus. So above the ear, you can see inflammatory reaction in the skin. That is due to pemphigus. So in the nails, there is inflammatory area is in the skin. That is due to pemphigus. The other case of pemphigus where you can see the changes in the skin. This is above the ear, you can see inflammatory areas in skin. Cause of the antibody reaction on the proteins binding the cells, skin cells, causing inflammatory reaction. This is another chronic case of pemphigus. This you see under the tongue, you can see the ulcers and inflammatory areas. This is due to pemphigus. In the eyes, in the conjunctiva, you can see the inflammatory reaction. Reddish eyebrows are stained. That is with inflammatory reaction due to pemphigus. The other case where in the lips you can see the inflammatory reaction in the skin because of antibody reaction. So this is the case of pemphigus. So in the back, you can see inflammatory areas and skin erythematous areas and blisters because of pemphigus. You can see you can see the beginning stage of pemphigus. So today we have discussed the disease pemphigus. So in Ayurveda we can give Pitta Kapahara drugs, Shamana drugs. And also we can also try Virechana in this case. So Virechana is just Pitta. We can give medicines like Mahamanjistadi Kashaya, Mahatitta Kashaya, Ugguradiktaka Vrita, Panchatikta Guru, Ugguraditta Kashaya, Aragyavadini Vatti, Rasamanikya, Udanti Vasma, Pravada Vasma, Pravada Pishti, Mukta Pishti, Mukta Vasma, Pravada Panchamrasa, Mukta Panchamrasa, Kamaga Rasa is the Mautika. Pratyas like Itara, Ahara, Vihara is useful. You can use milk, tender coconut water, barley water, shalyanna, Tashkirashali, Mugga. You can have best avoid Vidahi, Ahara, Skatu Tikta Amla and Katu Amla Lavana, Katu Amla Lavana and Ushna Virya Yukta Ahara can be avoided. Atapa Sevana, it can be best avoided. Pitta. Thank you for patience.